The story of Dhauli Express. Today I will discuss about one of my real life experience that took place during my travel from Bhubaneswar to Howrah through Dhauli Express. It was during the month of August, and as you know, during September October we have Puja, and I was returning home for some reason. I was a student then, and I was studying in Bhubaneswar. And Dhauli Express was my regular train. Whenever I go back to my home, I usually take this express because after doing my class for that day, I can take this train and then go back to. Then the same day, I can reach my home. That was the advantage of Dhauli Express. It starts or it departs at around 3 o'clock, 3 or 3:30 p.m. and it can reach Howrah within 10 p.m. So it takes 7 hours, but after departing on the Howrah station, I can easily catch some cabs or some bus to my home in South Kolkata. So usually I take this route, I take this train, and this time also I had taken this train, and I after taking my seat in the just in the side of the window, and it was, I think the seat number was 75 or 78. I exactly don't remember. But after taking this window seat and keeping my only luggage, that was the suitcase, which I placed it inside the inside my seat at the bottom of my seat, and I was discussing with my co-passenger, whom I I just know after boarding the train. His name was Ghosda. I affectionately called him Ghosda. And he was traveling with me, and we introduced with each other. And he was also traveling to Howrah, and I was also traveling to Howrah. He was Bengali, I was Bengali, so we have an instant connection with each other. And after that, we're talking about various things. And during my talk, I learned that he had come to Bhubaneswar yesterday for some official reason. He has completed his work and now returning back to his home. So he's a bit older than me. I was 21 or 22. He was 30 at that time. But our we have a good match mentally, and that is why our relationship has prospered. And till now we have uh, communication with each other. And this is an incident that has taken place 20 or more than 20 years ago. So, like we were traveling and we are discussing about the recently concluded India-England One-Day series. One of the match was conducted on in the Barbati Stadium, and the Barbati Stadium is located in the Cuttack, just 1 hour journey from Bhubaneswar. And as a student, me and some of my friends has attempted to get a ticket from the stadium day before the match. But as usual, as that match was extremely in demand, one ticket has sold in the black market for nearly nearly 5,000 to 10,000 rupees also. So we have failed to get any tickets, but we had visited Barbati Stadium. We go inside the Barbati Stadium and even worked on the cricket pitch that time, although inadvertently, because we are not, no outside public is allowed to enter in the pitch, cricket pitch. But at that time, fortunately for us, but unfortunately for the security guys, we go to the pitch and we were just going towards the players when we were stopped by the security guards. And then we had inquired, and somehow we escaped that by showing our ID card, college ID cards. So anyway, we have not got any tickets that day, but that day was also an experience that I will share later someday. So anyway, we are traveling and we are discussing. Ghosda was asking about the price of the tickets, how far it is from the Cuttack station, how far the Barbary Stadium is from the Cuttack station, and all those relevant questions. Then from that part, we have gone for many other topics, and we are discussing very uh, interestingly and very enjoy. We are enjoying each other's company. So anyway, we crossed. The train was full of passengers, jam packed. That I had said, because this was a very good commute for the daily passengers. Many people come from Balashur, Jaleshwar, Bhadrak, even Kharagpur. They took this train to for returning back to their home, because this train, the down journey of this train matches with the closing time of the office also. And also during the up journey, that means when the train comes from Howrah to Bhubaneswar, it departs at around 7:30 or 7 a.m. and it reaches Bhubaneswar within 1 p.m. So during that time, I think in and around 10 o'clock, it reaches Kharagpur. So those who have office in Kharagpur and stays in Kolkata or Howrah, they can easily take this train and reach their office within time, because generally office time starts from 10 or 11 a.m. And the people who have office in Bhadrak or Balashar or Jaleshwar, all these stations come one after another. First Bhadrak, then Jaleshwar, then Balasar. If we are going from Howrah to Bhubaneswar, so within I think 11, 12, within 10 to 12, all the stations come by, and easily anyone who want to reach his office from Kharagpur or from Howrah, he can easily take this train. And also same for the return journey, because this train starts at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon and reaches Howrah in 10 at night. And it reaches Balasore within I think 5 to 6 p.m. and it reaches Kharagpur within 8 to 9 p.m. So uh, this is also a very good commuter for the return journey uh, of the daily office goers, because generally in India office closes within 4 or 5 o'clock. So if we can catch this train from Balashur or Jaleshwar, you can easily reach Kharagpur within within say 8 to 9 p.m. So that's why this train is a very good commuter for all the office daily office goer of that area, that line from Kharagpur to Balashur or Bhubaneswar. Now we are talking with each other and then we are enjoying the journey. As you know, the time was autumn, so the lovely clear sky was there outside and a very cool breeze. A very cool breeze is going in and around our wagon. We are enjoying that wind also because it's a very soothing. And during this time of the year, generally we observe this type of wind. So our journey was peaceful up to Balashur, because on at Balashur most of the passengers disembarked, and in our bogie we were the only 10 to 12 passengers, including myself and Gusta. Now the train starts from Balashur and was moving towards Jaleshwar. At that time, suddenly what happened is a large group of people come inside our bogie, and by observing their attire, I can understood that they are from some specific political party. I think they had attended some rally or like this, and now they have embarked on Dhauli Express from Balashore, and might be they are going to Kharagpur or Howrah. I don't know. So they are disturbing. They are just behaving like hooligans. They are dancing. They are loudly talking with each other, disturbing other passengers. And the reason is most of them are has consumed alcohol. That is, most of them are drunk. And as you know, drunk person do not care about logic, do not care about ethics, do not care about socialism. So they are doing just acting like hooligans. I will not take the name of the political party, but it is, I think it is the duty of the political parties to educate, to train their cadres such that they know how to behave with public and how to behave during a public transport. So anyway, they were traveling like anything, and that is why myself and Ghosda was very disturbed. I was annoyed, I was irritated. So I stared at Ghosda and said that let us change this place, the sitting place, because as I know that Dholi is nearly more or less empty after Balashore. So we go for the next wagon, but alas, that wagon is also full of these members from the same party and they are behaving exactly same. So we go to the next wagon, there the situation is same. But fortunately that a TT, a middle-aged TT was there doing his job, but he was not checking the tickets of the party members because they do not have it. They are traveling without any tickets as usual. So I asked the TT that, hey, whether I can get some place to sit where these members and these party activists are not present. Okay, we can travel with passengers, but we cannot travel with hooligans. So that is why we asked the TT, and TT, with a shy, he was also seemingly upset because he said that, look, I am doing job in this line for the last 10 years, and I checked all the tickets, and if any passenger do not have any ticket, I punish them, I fine them. But except this type of passengers, whenever the members of the political party embarks on the train, travels, they are going without any ticket, and they damn care about that. When I asked about ticket, they throw slang language at me. So the TT was very annoyed with those party members also. So he helped us. He said that kindly go to the two, uh, I think after two bogies, you will find a place to sit where they are not there because they are around 50 to 60 people. They have occupied only three wagons. But after then, if you go to the fourth wagon, then you will find a place where you can sit peacefully. So the TT saying this, he rushes toward the previous bogie and we rushes towards the peaceful sitting place of the fourth bogie. So after reaching the fourth bogie, we take the exactly similar seats, window seats, and we sit in the exact same way that we are sitting earlier. And looking at this, we are very happy. We thank God that again we have got some seat to enjoy, to travel peacefully. And so we take our seat and restart our conversation. Now, meanwhile, what happened is the train was running very fast. I think with a speed of 100 kilometers per hour. And many of us will say that it is not a speed these days because Vande Bharat is there and all these latest trends are there. Tejas Express and all this. But at that time, 100 km/h is a super speed, and Dhauli was attended, and that train is popular to attend such type of speed. So anyway, once we take our new seats, what we find is that after just few times, the train enters Kharagpur Junction. And when we take the new seats, it was Datan station. Datan station indicates that you have entered West Bengal. So as is the case of most of the interstate travelers, when a Bengali enters West Bengal, he gets some boost of confidence. I don't know why. And when a Odia crosses Datan station and enters Odisha, he gets extra confidence also. So this is a very normal emotion, but it happens. So then we continue our discussion, and we have gone to multiple topics and all this thing. And while doing this, the train enters the Kharagpur junction. At the Kharagpur junction, what I found is that this train will wait for 10 minutes. And I also found that all those party members depart there. All those 50 to 60 members of the same party. But with a huge commotion. Something has happened to them. They were shouting, they are angry, they are agitated, and all this thing. So both myself and Ghosta was curious why this has happened. And after some times, we see that same middle-aged TT was crossing our bogie. So I called him and asked what has happened. Now this TT was with a very smiling face. He said that, ha ha ha, one of the members of that party was injured by a stone thrown at them or at him from outside the train. Now, this is very common in this route because often the children from the nearby villages through which the train line has gone, they playfully throw stones at the trains without thinking or without knowing about the consequences of the passengers. Now what has happened is, similarly, one children has thrown a stone towards that window, and the stone has entered the window and struck one of the party member who was sitting in the window side, just in between its eyes, and as a result it is bleeding and he is in serious also. And as usual, as is the norm, all the party members were saying that this is done by some opposition members to deliberately harm them. So they are agitating in the station, in and around the room of the station master. But the TT said that it is as you know, that this is a very normal incident here. Often it happens. So although the chances are rare, but yes, some passengers has been injured from that stone thrown at them by the children outside. So this is the case. Now I was curious that, hey, where that member was sitting. So I asked the TT that in which wagon this incident has taken place. This time the TT said that, hey sir, look, this is the gift of buying tickets. God has saved you. That member was sitting in the exactly same place where you were sitting. And this person, he pointed towards Gosda, he was sitting. So it could be easily any one of you. But fortunately, by the God's grace, you have shifted from there due to their hooliganism, due to their misbehavior, and you have shifted here and sitting peacefully without being injured. But if you would have sitting there, that stone could have struck you, and you, instead of that party member, will be or would have looking desperately for a hospital in this time. But Fortunately, as you have bought a ticket, you are a genuine traveler, you have followed all the rules and regulations, you are an honest person, God has saved you. Now you are sitting here totally fit, totally uninjured, totally at your health, and that party member who was traveling without any ticket and disturbing co-passengers doing nuisance activities is now struck with a stroke and gone for the hospital. He will surely stay there at least for 10 to 15 days if the injury is not very serious. So you see, uh, what happens if you go in a wrong path, and what gift God will give you if you are going in the right path. So after the TT departs, both of us were stunned. Both of us were silent. Both of us were thinking that what has happened? Is it coincidence? Is it God's case? Is it the fruit of our work in life? Or is it the way the TT was saying? As we have purchased ticket, we are traveling genuinely, honestly, God has saved us. I don't know why, still I think about this incident and I cannot explain why this has happened. Why I was not struck, but he has struck. What is the reason behind it? I cannot explain till now. That is why I was talking about this under the purview or under the category of may be true, may not be true. That means those incidents which happen really happens, but is still now unexplained to me. Everybody of us has similar incidents. Everybody of us has same instances which they have not yet able to explain. So if you have any, you can share it with us, with me, by commenting to this video post or to my post in the newsletter. And yes, we can discuss about this, about your incidents also. But anyway, this is all for today. I thank God for that day, and till today I am thanking God for all the benefits, all the gifts He has given to me. Thank you and Jai Hind.